Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel RVCCIS.info, where the full-time faculty for Rock Valley College's Computers and Information Systems Department talks to you guys about things that are roughly related to computers and information systems. Howdy again everybody, I'm your host for this particular series and this particular episode of the iPad Challenge, Eric Wolf. So previously what we had looked at was whether or not we could use an iPad as a content creation machine. So could we use an iPad to replace a Chromebook? Because remember, way back when, a month ago, sometime, deep in our COVID recessed minds here, the power supply, and it actually turns out it wasn't just the power supply, on my Chromebook failed. So failing having an actual computer with me, I had to use this particular iPad as a desktop replacement for a day. And actually it worked out so well, I decided to put out a few hours worth of content for you guys on whether or not we could use said iPad as a desktop replacement. So for this episode, what we're going to do is go front to back. All of it is going to be recorded, edited, uploaded, who knows what else there is, right here from this particular iPad. So just a couple of things of note here. There are going to be places where I cannot do both a screen recording and a narration over everything. We will be using just one particular piece of software today, and that is called iMovie, which is free and baked in here to iPad OS. You can download it separately. It actually doesn't come as part of iPad OS, but it's free. It's made by Apple. That's pretty close by my standards, I think. So we're going to be doing everything on here with just this iPad, and that's going to lead to a couple of restrictions that we're going to work around. Now, before we get started, what I will tell you is one of the biggest weak points I had discovered when purchasing a Chromebook was the software restrictions, frankly, on it. So the story goes like this. It's a true story. It's a story that happened to me, so I feel like I have license to be able to retell the story. In the week between when we returned from spring break, and we had that extra week, right? That dead week in between when courses began again and when you were supposed to return from spring break, there was this mad dash to get instructors and students alike online. So we in CIS, there's a little bit less of an issue there. I mean, we are like the tip of the spear when it comes to computers and information systems, right? So all of us are like, yeah, we've got 1,000 tools, we'll be okay. But, when realistically looking across our campus, we realized that we had many, many instructors and many, many students who were using Chromebooks to do much or most of the work that they were going to be submitting, going to be publishing out there for students to view, etc. So I have numerous times purchased and returned Chromebooks. It is not, I try not to speak ill of it. I demand, I suppose, that my equipment just works when I get it home. And Chromebooks never just worked. It was always, hey, it's supposed to work, and then bullshit, they never work the way they're supposed to. So sure, you can install Visual Studio Code on a Chromebook. No, it sucks. It's not a great process. It's not a great experience. It's laggy. It's slow. There's problems all over the place. That Chromebook goes back. So I had to purchase another Chromebook to make videos about how to make videos for faculty and staff here at Rock Valley College. And I'll tell you, it wasn't inside of the first whole 25 minutes that I discovered that editing, recording, and the distributing part, not so bad, but the recording and editing phases of video production on a Chromebook were really severely limited. So I do not have a Screencast-O-Matic account. Yes, they are unbelievably inexpensive, and Screencast-O-Matic, thank you for doing that for all of my colleagues, but it's not necessarily a very robust tool. So honestly, within very, very short order, what I ended up doing was purchasing for this Mac right back here a piece of software called Reflector. What Reflector allows you to do is turn that Mac into essentially a Chromecast compatible or AirPlay compatible receiver. So what I was able to do was cast my desktop from my Chromebook to my Mac and record the screen there. What I was also able to do was use this. Can you see that? You can barely see that. It's this one. Good microphone. To be able to separately record the audio and then dub it over later on. The Chromebook has a the Chromebook I had was a Lenovo Chromebook. It's right there. It's got a really nice keypad on it. It has a very decent screen, a 1920 by 1080 14-inch screen. Very nice. The microphone, not so very nice. So it was a challenge immediately to be able to edit, or record rather, and edit video there. So, after digging around, I was able to find this article about how to connect a Linux application to your Chromebook. Now, I've done this before. Like I mentioned earlier, I was able to download and to run Visual Studio Code. Actually, I've tried it with video editing software before, and the experience is always lacking. And what I'll tell you here with the article I have linked in the description and the one I showed just a moment ago is the authors, Chrome Unboxed, called it a smashing success, despite the fact that the experience sucked. If the experience is bad, it is not a success. So what we're going to see is if this iPad, my lowly 9.7 or 7.9 inch, I'm dyslexic, iPad mini can do the work of recording. So all of this is being recorded here on my iPad mini. I am just using the default camera. I'm just using the default speakers. I have not done anything, to deal with this very bright light here. I have not done anything to make my Punum look any better on camera. This is just the way it comes right out of the box. So we've already recorded about 8 minutes worth of video here. The final product, you'll look at the timestamp, I know, and you'll see that it's a little bit different because we have to edit off some of the video. So what we're going to do is we're going to use iMovie to edit down the video that we've done right here, the previous 8 minutes of it, and show you what the experience is right out of the box without using any additional paid-for software or any additional paid-for hardware. So let's get into it. Before we continue, I should also probably tell you that I do have the standard Apple headphones plugged in here just to the microphone jack in my iPad. The microphone would be fine. Honestly, I would say that if you wanted to do this kind of thing at home, it would be fine. But the better the audio sounds, the better the overall video. And if it's something you can do just as easily as grabbing the ear pods or whatever came with your device right out of the package. I'd actually never opened these before because I'd never used them. That will make your audio quality better. So that is what I'm doing here. But the microphones aren't that bad for as far away as I am. I'm going to make a lot of tapping noises, and I just didn't feel like that was a fantastic experience. So we can still, scroll through here. We can see what's going on. And in the beginning, a lot of people think that this is how you edit, by looking at the screen. And what I can tell you is that is not true. The easiest way to be able to edit this would be to detach the audio. So all I did was I tapped on the clip to highlight it, and right here in the middle is detach audio. And if we give it just a moment, we'll be able to see, there it is. you can see the little audio waveform underneath there. That is really what you want to be able to edit with. You can see here at the very, let's go tap on that one more time. Here at the the extreme left-hand side there's no audio happening right through here. And that is exactly what we want, because if you look at the video now, you can tell that I start talking. And if I expand the audio again, there's places in here where I stop talking. And those are the parts we're going to look for right here. You can see one just to the right here of center. Here we go. You kind of have to double tap on it to make it, to keep viewing the audio. There is a way to expand the audio again, but I do not 100% know how to use it. What I will tell you is I actually use LumaFusion, which is the next video we'll do here. So the easiest way I have found, and that most people who do video for a living will tell you, is to use the waveform down here, and that's the audio to do your editing. So I'm just going to go ahead and tap on the clip one more time. And what we get here on the far left-hand side is actions. And what I want to do is tap split to split the clip. What that's going to do is make a cut right there. What I can do is highlight. We're going to split the clip again. There we go. So now I can take this piece on the front and throw it away. And when I start playing,
hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel.
We can hear everything going just fine. Hopefully it's still recording. That's what I'm hoping for. Now what we can do is I would typically have here at the start of these videos, I would have a title. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on title. And you can see here's the pre-built-in selection of titles that I can make. I've got standard, I've got prism, gravity, reveal, you can read. I'm going to I'm going to tap on line title. So then I can just come in through here and edit the title. This is way easier if you have a keypad. I know we've talked about this before. That's one of the benefits of having a Chromebook. Sometimes is it's got a nice keyboard, oftentimes a nice keyboard attached to it. This time, alas, no. So I will say RVC, I can't spell, CIS .info. Cool. Can't spell at all. I'm not sure what episode this is actually. I think it's episode 17, and we'll call this iPad video editing, just like so. And that's it. And when I tap done, you'll see I can scroll to the very start of my clip, hit play.
Hey there everybody, welcome
and
back to the channel.
Action of that text is automatically inserted for me. So I would, now this whole clip, the next 8 minutes of this clip has that banner on it. So what I'll want to do is tap here again to select my video, tap on actions again, and then tap on split. Because what that's going to do is everything to the right-hand side of that split doesn't have the title on it anymore. So now,
.info, where the
if I go through, you'll see there's no text on the rest of everything that I'm doing here. So really, there's just a couple more actions I would do in here. To edit, editing takes like 3 times as long as it takes to record the video. So if it took 8 minutes to record this video, it's going to take 24 minutes to edit it. And in no way, shape, or form do I want you guys to have to sit here for that, because wow, that would stink. The other thing I do want to show you in here, though, is if we tap on our clip, and over here on the far left-hand side, you'll see that little waveform. That's the one I was looking for. There we go. For how to be able to see your audio the whole time. Now, this is what I use right here. You can tell, big pause. That's something I can cut out. So if I make a big mistake, that's what I'll do is I'll take a big pause, and that way I can easily locate it to edit it out later. Here at the end of the video, we wouldn't do it at this point in time at the end of the video because I swapped over to here for us. But if I wanted to, I could select the video again and say I wanted to put another exit title in here. I would do the same thing. I would tap on Actions and then Split. So this way I can put text on this very last few seconds of video. I'll tap on that last few seconds of video again. I'll tap on Titles. I used Line Title the last time. I will use Focus this time. There we go, to get our title. And this time I'm going to say again, I'm going to make that RVCCIS.info. And that would be it. And that's it. This is how simple it is to make a video here. Now, the very last step, so if I just go ahead and play this again.
The experience is right out of the box without using any additional
There's a gap, and here's my
software or
title,
any additional
and that's it. So next, what I would do is have to export this. Now, this is where I have to go swap back over to another camera for you, because when we do the export, I can't be recording the screen. So give me one more second here. When we are happy with the media that we have created, we have added our titles, we have added our intro and our outro, we have cut out our ums and ahs and cuss words, I leave them in, and anything else that you want, we would tap the upper left-hand corner for done. Next, I mean, that's it. Your project is done. If you wanted to, you could just send this project out someplace. But what we'll be doing is hitting the share. That's this button here, the square with the arrow in the middle. So I'm going to send this. I'm going to save video. And as soon as I tap on that, it's going to stop recording. So I will tell you. Here, let's go back. And it is an 8-minute and 40-second video. And I'll let you know how long it took to export. So this is us coming back. We've got 2 minutes. I just canceled it. 2 minutes, 36 seconds is all it took to export a 1080p clip, which is perfectly acceptable for YouTube. It took 2 minutes and 30 some odd seconds. I started late in order to export an 8-minute and 40-second 1080p clip with a couple of transitions, titles in between. And really, that's not bad. So we've recorded and we've edited. I'm going to edit back in this piece here. The hat is backwards so I don't hit the microphone, just in case you're curious. So we have done all of this on an iPad. And that is not something that was a nice experience at all on a Chromebook. So this has been another one of our iPad series for RVCCIS.info. Please remember to go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button below. Be sure to leave us a comment. If anybody else is crazy enough to give this a shot, let us know. If you can hear the neighbor mowing his lawn right now for the first time in I don't remember how long, you can leave that in the comment as well, and be on behalf rather of everybody else here from the Rock Valley College Computers and Information Systems Department. Stay safe and stay sane out there, everybody.